Hello, Guilty Feminist. This is Deborah. This is an extra episode. It's a short one. It's from Alaa, who's a nurse and our correspondent in Gaza. She wants to fill us in on what is happening and let us know how we can help. Please do listen and please do share this episode. Give what you can, share what you can. Thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you so much for joining us again on The Guilty Feminist.
How are you?
Oh, we're okay. More importantly, how are you?
Um, Alhamdulillah, I'm good. I didn't sleep all the night because a lot of bombing around us. Because we are so close to center of aid in Rafah, and a lot of people went there to get some aids from the point, and I heard all the night. Many people screaming and shouting because they need to ambulance because a lot of bombing and shots from tanks and planes.
Oh, I'm
Yep.
so sorry. That sounds absolutely terrifying. Um, I know it's been Eid, and you got in touch to say what the situation was there over Eid. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
First of all, I would like to thank you, Deborah, for and the Guilty Feminist for giving me an opportunity to speak the current situation here in Gaza. And for this who don't know me, I am Alaa Al-ghoul, an ICU charge nurse. I was working in EGH before it was bombing. Unfortunately, forces posted yesterday on social media. They turned the hospital to a military command and control center, and I was so sad because I heard the news, and I saw a lot of pictures posted on social media by army, and I saw my hospital, European Gaza hospital, that serve a lot of people, and now it's out of the service, and unfortunately, IOF in the hospital. And secondly, on behalf of me and all 2 million of people, I would like to thank Madeline Ship and all its crew, which set sail from Italy and is only 1 day away from reaching us. We tell them that we are waiting for you to break the siege on us. And thirdly, we are in the Eid al-Adha. This is Eid for Muslims. And the Eid, this is the fourth Eid in Gaza during the genocide. And I need to everyone know after 4 months, we will be in third years, 3 years in the war. Just 4 months, and we will be in 3 years in the war. Uh, this Eid, no one celebrate because the first of Eid, a lot of children die, and a lot of women in on the tent in Al Mawasi area. Al Mawasi area, everyone know that located in the green zone, but unfortunately, every time they attack the civilian here in the tents. And I saw a lot of children. In the morning, I listened to two kids. They remember uh, the past. They sit together. You remember before the 7th October or the war? We are right now. We are like this day. This day we are playing and sacrificing udhiya sheep. And right now we don't have eat. or we don't have food to eat. Uh, when I looked in my camp and I listened all the women crying in the tents. They crying because we are in the Eid and there is no food, and children without food, and infant without milk, and mothers cannot breastfeed infants because they don't have food, and their husbands also have been killed.
Mm.
The first of Eid was a lot of children's a lot of children stood in a line for aid and where they were killed. This is the Eid in Gaza. The children should be in a school, and right now they are homeless, and they should be learning or playing. They are stood in a line of for aid, and they were killed.
How were they killed? What happened? Bombs?
I've posted on social media there is a time since 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. to wait when we will open the gate. You should,
Right.
for example, when I will describe the situation, from here to the point, maybe you will walk 4 or 5 kilometers. Okay. I will, for example, go to walk 4 and 5 kilometers. So I will go since 6 a.m. because there's a lot of people and I need to get something. I will not go and walk this distance and then I return empty. Okay. So everyone and the children in the morning in the Fajr went to the point to stood in the line to get something. Okay. Then we heard a lot of shots and bombing from tanks and planes. And I can hear uh, children screaming and shouting. And we shocked then. We know, and a lot of shuhada dying. A lot of people die, even children
God.
when they were stood in the line. Okay, and he is a
So they
child.
told the children to line up for aid and then bombed them and
Yeah,
shot them.
yeah, and shock them.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's
and yeah,
horrific.
yes. Every day, they open the gate or the point, and still, even today, and I heard last night a lot of people screaming and many people screaming and shouting, need to help, and ambulance. They don't have food. The children, when they decide to go there, they go because they need to eat. There is no food. A kilo of the flour A kilo of flour costs in Gaza right now $22. And that is so expensive. And you know,
Mhm.
there is no money here in Gaza also. Okay. So when a child, 9 or 8 or 7 or 5 years old, go there and he know very well he will be killed or die. He know that very well, but he decide to go to eat something because there is no bread here in Gaza.
Mm.
There is no bread.
You told us before that you were having to take some of the fluid in the makeshift hospital yourself because there wasn't enough food for you to do your job.
Yeah.
And so that you could continue working, you had to take fluid yourself, but for the patients. Have you seen any food since then, or are you still mostly surviving on fluid?
And I ate, for example, one bread every 2 days. And that
Oh
is
God.
good. Yes, that is good. No, no, that is in this situation good. Why? Because I know children, they didn't eat since 3 days. Okay. And when you eat a one bread 2 days, during 2 days, it is good for you. Okay. Alhamdulillah, the situation here is so difficult and hard. Uh, I am an adult. I can bear that. But when I saw a woman without homeless and without husbands, and she is looking for five or a family, 4 or 5 kids, and in the Eid, the first Eid, I saw one woman in the street crying and hold an infant in her hand, and I asked her why you are crying. She said, "I in the morning I walked 5 kilometers to search about firewood to make anything. I don't have food, but I'm searching about firewood to make a food or anything. But I couldn't find any firewood, and I have 5 children, and that is my infant need milk." And I asked her, "Where's your husband?" She said, "He died." "How's he died?" He said he went to the aid point and he died there.
Oh my God. Oh.
This is this is the situation in Gaza.
What's your situation? This is so horrifying and devastating, Allah. What's your situation in the hospital right now? How many patients do you have surviving, and how are you managing to look after them?
Uh, there is no hospitals, just a Nasser hospital in Khan Yunis in all the south. Okay.
Mhm.
Do you know Rafah city? All the people in Rafah city and Khan Yunis located in Al Mawasi area. Okay. And Nasser hospital serves all the people from Rafah and Khan Yunis and even in the middle area. Okay. And the number of casualties is so big.
Mhm.
Our comparison between the staff and patients or casualties is so difficult, and so no, there is no comparison, because you will work with 100 in ER, for example. um we need we have a problem of a lack of team, shortage of team, because there is mass casualties here in Gaza. And we have problems like lack of resources, uh, and basic things like a cotton or a gauze, and that is so important in a bleeding, you know. Gauze, there is no gauze. We need that for a bleeding. That is a basic. And even in the surgery, they said we don't have a many equipments to do a surgery, and they reuse the tools and equipments. uh the situation very hard. We opened They opened in the Nasser a many tents, like to deal with the mass casualties, but not enough. Because we Yeah, no, not enough. Not enough mass casualties, multiple, all the patient on the floor. We cannot deal with that. Someone texts me on. I want to share something. It is a week ago. On the 4 a.m., I awake and I shocked because he is unconscious and disoriented. He was in a shock. Okay, I treat with him in my tent uh, during 2 hours, and his blood pressure was 60 on 30, and that is a sign of a shock. Okay, then I decide, after working dealing with him 2 hours, to go to the nearest hospital in my area, and I found a Red Cross hospital. I went there and they said nothing to do. We like a field hospital. Then I returned to my tent, and his blood pressure returned to decrease. Uh, I worked with him until 12 midday. Then his blood pressure stalled, and I decided to go to Nasser hospital. Then when I went to the Nasser hospital, They decide to admission my father on ICU. And guess what? In 6 p.m., we search on a bed on ICU. I couldn't find any bed. I asked all one. They said there is no beds empty on Nasser Hospital. I told them my father need ICU. He is in a septic shock. They said there is no bed. Then after that, and they said your father situation and case so difficult and he needs ICU, but we couldn't find a bed for him. Then after that, when I saw all the patient on the floor and there is no bed, I decide to take him. I told them, how can I treat or deal with my father and there is no bed? Then I decide to get my father with me and we returned to tent, and I was working with him maybe 4 days, 5 days. He is in a shock, a septic shock. Then after that, Alhamdulillah, he is get well. And
Oh, good.
yeah, Alhamdulillah, after that. And someone texted me on my Facebook. He said, Ala, we need a bed because my sister, she is 27 years old, need ICU bed. I told him my story when I am working in a medical and I couldn't find any bed for my father. He searched and I contact with many people to find a bed for his sister, but we couldn't find. Then in the morning, his sister died. Why? Because she was need ICU, but as ICU bed, and she didn't find any bed. There is the situation.
God.
That is the situation in now.
What can we do to help? We keep writing to our MPs. Is there anywhere, again, we can donate money to you specifically? And is there anything you can buy with that money? Are these things available for a price? Can we help you?
There is a food here, but costs of the food so expensive. Okay.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, and I made a link. PayPal link. I made one, and I wanna share that with everyone if anyone wanna to donate. And I need to say something. I have first class transfer and appeal from mothers and children who need treatment abroad. Whoever can get them out, please contact me on my Instagram, Nurse Alaa Al-ghoul. A lot of women and mothers and fathers, children sent to me appeals to they have first class transfers, but they couldn't uh, go abroad. If anyone can help them to go abroad, please contact with me on my Instagram to help them. And I have the link. If anyone can donate for all the people, I will share the link with you to put my link. Okay. And I want to say to everyone, don't forget us. Preserve what's left of us. And I want to say from young to old one, they say in the Eid, we don't want food. When I ask the children and everyone here in the camps, they said we don't want food. We need to stop bloodshed.
Mm.
Everyone need that. Everyone in Gaza.
Yes.
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 Everyone need to stop the bloodshed.
I mean, you do need food very much as well as stopping the bloodshed. And we'll keep campaigning. If you're listening at home and you go to Instagram, you can find Alaa under the following address: nurse underscore Alaa, ALAA underscore ALGHOUL. And can you please put your PayPal in your bio? So
Yeah,
if you
I
put it
will.
there in your
Yeah.
bio, people can donate to your PayPal. And we know that Allah will distribute anything that she gets given food amongst the local children. as well as trying to buy gauze and necessary things she needs for makeshift medical treatments. We will also continue to campaign, and we do hope the flotilla gets there and that the Israeli government will open the border and allow in the aid. Alaa, is there anything else we can do or anything else that you want to say?
I want to say to everyone, don't forget 2 million people here in Gaza suffering.
We won't. We won't forget you, and we want to see you. We want to hear from you. Please, you're doing a wonderful job being the Guilty Feminist correspondent, telling us updates. And so we hope that you can join us again next week with an update on how everything is going. We would love that.
Inshallah, we will. I will, inshallah. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Guilty Feminist is provided exclusively from Acast. Find it wherever you get your podcasts.